got plenty of people?
We do.
Yay. So anybody confused on number 4?
Number 4 is just a continuation. So that is a project that was scheduled to go to the Planning Commission. The applicant asked for a little more time after we had noticed it and paid for the $300 newspaper notice. So instead of renoticing it, we're just going to have you open it up, continue it, do a roll call vote, and then hopefully it'll be on the agenda at the next Planning Commission meeting. Does that make sense?
What's the wireless communication part? Facility.
So that is an ordinance. So it's a proposed ordinance to establish standards for wireless communication facilities. Those are small cell towers, not the tall ones that are the old style. The new style is attaching cells to or antenna to telephone poles, light poles, things like that, and they look unobtrusive. And we need to ordinance because, I mean, I can talk about this at the time.
Okay.
Maybe we should wait until that agenda item comes up.
That's all right. I got what you're talking about.
I mean, it's kind of nice not to be on TV and talk about it.
Yeah.
We're not airing it, right?
I hope not. Okay. Hopefully within a couple of weeks, we'll have something going. I know that's been a big pain for everybody.
rather than calling the conference line, because we all saw how that went last week. So or last.
Here we go. Let's start the planning commission meeting. Welcome, everybody. Good to see everybody. So I'm going to start off with flag salute. Again, since we're doing this through Zoom, we'll lead the meeting. I'll lead the flag salute. I'm sorry. Please understand that we're not doing anything in disrespectful or any way, shape, or form. That with these hard times doing the Zoom meetings, this is how we need to do things to start off with. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I get the roll call, please?
All right, Commissioner Blakely,
Here.
Commissioner Bradley,
Kevin, turn your sound on.
There we go. Present.
gotcha. Commissioner Church,
Here.
Commissioner Halley, here. Commissioner McClendon,
Here.
Chairman Mobley,
Here.
here, absent, and Vice Chair Rogers.
Here.
All right. So we're going to start the meeting off. Approval of the August 25th. Can you get approval, motion to approve those minutes, please?
I'll motion to.
I'll second.
Katie, you want to start all over again?
All right, roll call vote. Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Bradley,
Yes.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Halley,
Yes.
Commissioner McClendon,
Yes.
Chairman Mobley,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Rogers.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to open it up to public comment. Public can be heard, members of the public can be heard on any item of interest not on the agenda tonight. Speakers addressing the commission will be held to 3 minutes. Be advised, by law, the commission cannot take any action or deliberate on any thing brought up in oral comment. So if you'd like to make a call or chime in on anything, there's a number to call, 1-669-900-9128, and enter meeting ID 882-3340-7465, passcode 919694. Start. If you didn't get all that, Katie's going to post it, I'm sure, where you can see it. We'll give everybody a few minutes to do that. Kevin, I think you still need to hit your video.
Okay. There you
There
go.
he is. You're home.
Yeah. It was a struggle to get the video to, I had to redo, I had to get a different computer to make this work. Allstate doesn't let us use our computers anymore.
I don't have a new graphic.
You don't have a graphic?
I do not
Should
have
I-
that,
should I
but I
read-
don't see anybody raising their hand.
Well, I'll make the motion. We move close the floor for open comments from the community at this time.
Anybody want a second?
I'll second that.
Okay,
Roll call vote. Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Bradley,
we lost him again.
you're muted, Kevin. There you go.
Yeah, I said yes. Had a phone call coming over my phone on me.
And then Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Commissioner McClendon,
Yes.
Mobley,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Rogers.
Yes.
Okay, so first order of business tonight is public hearing to consider, consider conditional use permit extending the existing setback onto the rear yard where 10 feet is required. The applicant is Harbor Insurance at 210 12th Street. So can we get some background on this, please?
Yes, thank you, Honorable Chairman Mobley. And I'm going to take about 30 to 60 seconds to set up the screen share, which will show the exhibits in your staff report.
There we go.
Oh, shoot. All right, let's see. Uh-oh. Is it not sharing?
It's there.
No, it's perfect, Liz.
Okay, great. Well, it's not advancing.
Well,
There it is.
There it is.
Okay. All right. So you've got the map on your screen?
Yes.
Okay. So the project is located on 12th Street. It's the Harbor's Insurance building that's there. So it's an existing building, and they're requesting a conditional use permit that would allow them to reduce the required side, or it's the street side rear setback from 10 feet to 5 feet. So the existing building, as you can see, it's located on 12th Street, Lonnie Drive, and Lonnie Drive does loop around. So there's like Lonnie Drive North and Lonnie Drive South. And so this building has frontage on both sides of Lonnie Drive. So it extends that whole block. And then the aerial. Sorry, I'm just having a hard time seeing which slides are on the screen. Is this the aerial that's on the screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can see that, yeah, so it faces 12th Street and you've got Lonnie Drive on both sides. And the access, the parking lot access is behind the building, so behind 12th Street, and then it faces. So I'm putting up the site plan. that shows the building layout. So the proposed project is a remodel of this existing office building, and the following modifications would be undertaken. A garage and storage space, so new floor area on the north end of the building, 440 square feet of an addition. And it's shown, I think if you have the site plan layout, it's the brown area on the north side. And that would be for garage and storage space. And then 21 square foot addition to the existing covered porch on the east side, the side of the building facing 12th Street. And the third component would be removal of a non-compliant ramp and columns to be replaced with new entrance steps with railing and an accessible sloping walkway, which is shown on that site plan. And did I say the new entrance? So construction of a new entrance with columns, new columns to be replaced, beams, and an extension of existing porch roof. I'm sorry, do you have the one that shows the 5 images?
Yes.
Okay, great. So you can see the existing 12th Street frontage, and this view has the enhanced entrance. So you can see that, so they're going to enlarge the porch covering. You can see the ramp, the new ADA ramp, which will meet ADA requirements for the slope. And they're enhancing the porch with larger columns. So it's more like a timber look. And then the covering is sort of kind of a craftsman style there. So I think that's a really nice improvement, that they're just taking advantage of doing the ADA compliance and also enhancing the look of the building. You can see a close up on that middle left side. And then also the view from the north, you can see the extension, the covering over the porch and the new columns. And then over to the right shows the 444 square foot new floor area. And that's really going to match the existing building. So it's going to be pretty, not very noticeable. It's just adding the floor area and using the same roof line, roof materials, and the same siding. And you've got, of course, the vertical and the horizontal siding there. And then the bottom right view shows the garage door, the new garage. That's a new garage door. There's a new man door there. And then this is just another view of that north end. And then the lower right view shows the proposed floor area, and they do need an exemption to the setback. So under the definitions for setbacks in our zoning code, this north side is counted as the rear for terms of setback, for setback purposes. And normally that would be a 10-foot setback. The code does allow for that particular setback, it allows a use permit exemption to reduce that setback, and they're requesting a reduction from the 10 feet to 5 feet. And then they've got a little indentation in the building here, and that is to comply with vision clearance at that intersection. And I think I have a better view, or a better, no. In your packet, you've got the layout for that shows the vision clearance. So when the car pulls up to the intersection, they can see 250 feet down towards the south on 12th Street for cars that are driving, I think it's 35 miles an hour. So we ran that by the city engineer, and that does comply with the Caltrans standard, and it does provide sufficient, safe vision clearance for oncoming traffic. So you've got other findings, just the standard findings for use permits in your packet. If you have any questions about those, let me know. If you have any other questions, let me know. And also the agent, DJ Cleek, is here along with his staff to answer questions as well. So I'll hand that back to the chair and the planning commission.
Okay, thank you. So back to you guys. Anybody have anything they want to talk about on this project?
I think it looks like a nice project.
I thought I heard somebody else chiming in.
Yeah, I said, I think it looks like a great project. Looks nice.
Yeah, and the other, it's a good fit on an otherwise tough lot to accommodate these conditions. They've done a good job of fitting it in.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna looking to open up the public comment right now.
Liz, do we need the graphic still on the screen?
Oh, we do not. Is there another image you'd like to see? Oh, I
No.
guess, all right. Yeah.
There you are. Okay, so we're gonna open up the public comment again. If you'd like to call in, the number is 1-669-900-9128 and enter the meeting ID code 882-3340-7465 and press passcode 919694 *. So while we're waiting, anybody else have any comments?
I did. I actually have a question of clarification. It may be a silly question, but I'm not a total expert at reading all these plans. So the garage is not going to be accessible by a vehicle at all, correct? Because there's landscaping in front of it. It's only going to be walk-in type use.
DJ, could you answer that?
Yeah, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
I just unmuted myself. Okay. Yeah, so basically the overhead door is going to be on the parking lot side of the building, so it won't face the street. So the landscaping will stay on the street side of the building. And there's a parking space in front of it, but the owner really plans to use it as storage, not so much an actual garage for a parking space. He wants the ability to get a vehicle in and out of there, which he will have, but it's not an actual parking spot.
Got it. Okay.
How about anybody else? Anybody else would like to say anything, ask questions, talk about it? All right. Here, Katie, got anything, anybody talking about
I
it?
do not see no comments.
Motion to close public comment would be really good right now.
So moved.
Second.
Right, roll call vote. Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Bradley,
Yes.
Commissioner Church.
You see something? Oh, you see Kevin upside down.
I flipped my phone.
I couldn't hear you, Commissioner Church.
Yes.
Okay. Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Commissioner McClendon,
Yes.
Chairman Mobley,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Rogers.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're back to everybody. And again, they'd like to talk about this project is, we got any concerns about the traffic plan? Anything going on?
Pretty straightforward.
Hearing nothing, looking for a motion.
I'll make the motion that we adopt resolution number P 2020-3045, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Fortuna approving a conditional use permit to reduce the required rear setback from 10 feet to 5 feet.
Second.
I'll second.
I'll vote again. Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Bradley,
Yes.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Commissioner McClendon,
Yes.
Chairman Mobley,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Rogers.
Yes.
All right, there you go. Now we go back to this project again for a design review of the same property. So, same thing, design review for 210 12th Street. So, back to Liz.
Thank you, planning commissioners. So, yeah, this is the same building, and this is the design review application for those changes that were just presented. I am gonna put this on the shared screen again. Let's see how we do here. Got it? So we just presented. Let's see. All right, let's try this one. Having trouble advancing these now. There's a little delay on the advance. I just want to pause to make sure that it does advance on your screen.
We're still looking at the first slide, I believe.
Yeah. I don't know why it's not advancing here.
So Liz, while we're waiting, everybody in the neighborhood was notified, right?
Yes, so we send out for conditional use permits and I believe design review notices within 300 feet of the project. Screen sharing. Okay, let me, I think I know what I'm doing wrong here. Give me one more minute.
We see you now.
Screen 2.
We decided to go straight to my steps and strawberry, great summer. And then person we drove down. But let's and so I said they wanted to go, but they wanted to drive. I'll drive next. So I want to go, but
Let's see.
How about we all got it and we can move? You want to do
Gonna
that?
go to your packet?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go to the packet. We all got it. We all just saw it.
All right. So, yeah, you know, as you see on this, I think you see the screen now with the porch cover.
Yes.
So that's part of the design review. The columns, the porch cover, And the north end of the building, which I showed you previously, that has the, it's just at the extension with the same siding, the use of the same siding and the roof materials. And the building colors will remain the same. The landscaping will remain the same, which is basically the rock cover, ground cover of the cobbles. And I believe that's it. So I'll turn the discussion back to the Planning Commission.
Okay, anybody got any questions or comments on it?
It looks great. I like it.
Okay, so we're gonna open it up to public comment again.
Is it Chris?
So start this off again if you want to hear. I'll read it off again. Anybody wanting to make a call in and talk to us about it? The phone number is 1-669-900-9128. Enter the meeting code 882-3340-7465 and passcode 919694 star. So while we're waiting, anybody else got a comment on it, want to say anything? Talk about it. Looks pretty simple, straightforward, just keeping with the same lines, same colors.
Looks pretty seamless.
Yeah.
I see no public comments.
I move that we close public comment at this time.
I'll second that.
Wait for you, Katie.
Roll call vote. Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Bradley,
Yes.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Commissioner McClendon,
Yes.
and Mobley,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Rogers.
Yes.
Okay. Back to commission. Anybody would like to make any comments or make a motion?
I move that we approve resolution number P 2020-3046, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Fortuna approving design review of a commercial addition to an existing office building and a remodel of existing covered porch and entryway.
Second.
Okay.
Roll call vote. Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Bradley,
Yes.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Commissioner McClendon,
Yes.
Chairman Mobley,
Yes.
Vice Chair Rogers.
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations. Moved on. All right. On to number 3. Public hearing to consider conditional use permit to extend existing non-conforming 6-foot setback to a single-family residence where 15 feet is required. Applicant Foxy, Kane, and the location is 1460 Vancel Street here in Fortuna. So can I get some feedback on that, please?
Yes, so this is similar in nature to the previous project. It is a request for a reduced setback. It does rely on a different code section. However, let's see. Whereas the previous one was The reduction was allowed specifically in the commercial thoroughfare district zoning section. One is from the city's non-conforming code section. So, so this is an existing non-conforming setback of a single family residence where they're requesting to add floor area and continue with that same reduced setback along the rear yard line. I will try to share this so that people see it. Give it a minute to come up. There's,
I see it.
there we go. Okay, so the residence is located on Vansel Street in an area of single family homes. Most of the homes in that neighborhood are large lot and large homes, but there is this one strip on Vansel Street where the lots are about 6,000 to 7,000 square feet in size. And they do have, many of them are non-conforming. They were built probably, in the 30s. I think this area wasn't even annexed yet. So it was really just under the older county standards. So let me, okay, so in this this is an R110 zone. It has a B1 overlay, which establishes the R16 setbacks. So in this case, the rear setback would be 15 feet as it is in the R16 zone. This residence is set back at 6 feet from that rear property line. And so they are proposing a floor area addition on the north side of the house, and they would like to continue that 6 foot setback along that rear property line. And let's see if I can advance this to the next slide. But that's basically it. You do have, in case it doesn't come up, I'll just continue the discussion. You do have the site plan. Let's see, that is on page 58 of your packet. And really, in that site plan, you can see Vansel Street, similar to the aerial that you have on the overhead. So Vansel Street on the right side or to the east of the property, the driveway there, and then the house. And you can see on that site plan that the existing building is 1,500 square feet, and the addition would add 560 square feet of single story living space on that north side. So I think in this case, there's no visual or other harm from the reduced setback. The area to the left or to the west of that residence and from this whole neighborhood is hillside forest. So there are no structures on that strip. And that is demonstrated on page, let's see. Page 55 on the assessor parcel map, you can see that there are no residences or small lots. It's just a large parcel to the west. So, and then the parcel to the north, that's the rear of their property as well. And that to the north, that property line, that setback is conforming. So that would be a 5 foot setback. And with the addition, the setback will be, I believe it's a 15 foot setback, which you can see on the site plan. So with that, I will turn that back to the Planning Commission.
Okay, anybody have any questions about this? Comments? So Liz, I got one.
Yes.
So this is going to remain a single family, or is it going to turn into multi with this addition?
No, this is just, let's see. I believe it's bedroom and living area. And DJ is the agent again, and he can answer those questions. This is not submitted as a request for an accessory dwelling unit. This is just living space. So yeah, it's proposed to remain as a one single family residence.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments? Okay, let's open it up to public comment again. Anybody like to call in? So is the setback, the new addition going to be also 2-story?
I believe that's represented as single story. Is that right, DJ?
Yes, that's right. Single story for the addition, the footprint of the addition.
Okay, did we get
I am
anybody?
not seeing any public comment.
I'll make the motion, we move public comment to be closed.
Second.
Okay.
Roll call vote, Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Bradley,
Yes.
Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Commissioner McClendon,
Yes.
Chairman Mobley,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Rogers.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so we're back to you guys. Anybody have any other questions or comments, concerns? And everybody in the neighborhood was notified about what was going on tonight, right? I'm sure.
Yes, Katie did the notices, and again, this is a use permit for a non-conforming, to extend a non-conforming setback, and the code requires noticing within 300 feet of the property line. So those went out about 12 days prior to this meeting.
All right. So hearing none, I'm looking for a motion.
I'll make the motion to adopt resolution number P as in Paul 2020-3044, a resolution of the Planning Committee of the City of Fortuna approving a conditional use permit to extend a non-conforming setback for a single-family residence.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Roll call vote, Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Bradley,
Yes.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Commissioner McClendon,
Yes.
Chairman Mobley,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Rogers.
Yes.
All right, there you go. Thank you. Okay, so we're now looking.
Thank you, everybody, for your time.
Thank you. So we are now motion to open and consider a hearing, continue a hearing, consider recommendation of the Fortuna City Council regarding amendment to Title 14 zoning regulations, the City of Fortuna Municipal Code for wireless communication facility. So Liz, you had something to talk about on this?
Yeah, so again, this was intended to be on the agenda tonight, but the applicant, well, the applicant is actually the City of Fortuna, but the wireless providers who are urging this and who have been supporting, I think they're going around to a lot of the cities, getting the cities ready for this new technology. It's like an upgrade. It provides coverage in smaller areas. So this is not the older technology that requires the, you know, the, I don't know, 40 foot tall, 40 to 60 foot tall lattice towers. These are shorter, like as high as street lights and like telephone poles. But they space them more closer together so that they have, because they need to provide coverage. So this is highly regulated by the FCC and also by the state of California. The FCC is very protective of allowing or preventing cities from prohibiting or discouraging, the expansion of this technology. So there are a lot of regulations that we're mandated to follow. Cities can adopt design standards and some other minor fees, can require conditional use permits. So those are really, that's the gist of the standards that we're proposing in this ordinance. It should be coming to you next week, or I'm sorry, at the next meeting. But again, we did notice it for this meeting. So in order to avoid, the cost of publishing it again in the newspaper, we'd like you to open the public hearing and then continue it to the meeting of October 13th. And that would be
Okay.
a roll vote. And obviously, we'll have a lot more information for you at the next meeting.
Anybody want to do that for motion to open? I can't do it, right?
I don't see anything on it. Motion to open. I don't see anything on my paperwork. Sorry.
So it's agenda item number 4. Do you
Yeah.
have the agenda? Sorry, we didn't give you a full-blown staff report, so it's really just to read that first, read the title of, that's on the agenda.
I'll do it. I'll make the motion to open and continue a hearing to consider a recommendation to the Fortuna City Council regarding amendment to Title 17.
And if you would make the motion to continue it to October 13th, that would be great.
And I will make that to continue on the date of October 13, 2020.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll second that motion.
All right,
Katie?
roll call vote. Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Bradley,
Yes.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Commissioner McClendon,
Yes.
Chairman Mobley,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Rogers.
Yes.
All right. There you go. So moving on to staff communication, anything going on you guys want to tell us about?
I'll just report back at the last meeting. You considered the Chisholm, the rezone of a parcel, an 8-acre parcel on Ronerville Road. The applicant was Ray Chisholm, and that was a recommendation to rezone the property from R116 to RM, residential multifamily, to support the general plan land use designation of residential medium, which allows up to 14.9 units per acre. So that was scheduled to go to the city council yesterday, September 21st. And, there was continued public input similar to what was included, for the planning commission packet. There was also a letter from one of the neighbors' attorneys, and that was regarding what they considered insufficient or inadequate environmental review under the grounds that the rezone and the future conditional use permit for the project should be combined into one project, and then the environmental analysis should cover both of those components of the project. So what we're doing is city manager is having that referred to an outside attorney for their review. For environmental law, it's really about not just looking at the California code, but also that's really guided by court cases. And so that's why, in this case, it's important to have an attorney who can look at those court cases and see how the state, the state law gets applied based on the outcome of court cases. So that we're going to let the attorneys make the call on whether we need to go back to the drawing board, or the applicant would need to go back to the drawing board. And in that case, what would happen is the rezone would come to you in combination with the conditional use permit. So you would see the whole project, which, I can see some merit to that in the decision-making process. So we're just going to let it play out. But I just wanted to let you know that that's follow-up to the project that you had seen at the last meeting.
Thank you.
Wait. Okay. Anything else?
That's all I have.
All right.
Yeah. When we were talking about the traffic obstructions that or lack of there on the harbor insurance building, I remember the last time I left Safeway and pulled on to Redwood Way, their foliage along Redwood Way is extremely high and restricts safety in there. I don't know what to do about that or who to contact or whatever. So I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I think that's a great observation, and I would say that you're right. And I'm glad that you carried out that thought and brought it to us. I can definitely refer that to the code, probably the code enforcement officer, and he'll just follow up. There is a code section in the landscaping section of the zoning code that does require maintenance of vegetation to 3 feet or below so that it doesn't block vision clearance. So that should be a pretty easy fix.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
thanks, Liz.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, can I ask on that same question?
Yeah.
And I know this one's going to be a little more sticky because it has to do with Caltrans. So 12th Street exit, as you come northbound and get off of 101 onto 12th Street, you make the loop to go back over towards Riverwalk. We have a street sign there that I guarantee is in the way. Having to do this for the last couple weeks, coming off that road, is that sign that says Riverwalk and 12th Street is a big sign, and it's definitely in the way for trucks and everybody. If that was set back about 5 feet from where it's at, that way when you pulled up to the stop sign, you can actually see what's coming.
Yeah, I think that one would be appropriate to refer to the Traffic Safety Committee. So they look at, road configurations as part of their oversight. It's not, doesn't sound like that's a zoning code or a code section, but it's in their purview to either have the authority to move the sign or to follow up with Caltrans to see if the sign can be moved. So those are two great ones that I will forward on to Code Compliance and the Traffic Safety Committee.
Yeah, if they want to jump in the truck and look.
I can let
the same height.
If it's okay, if I'll just give them your name as well. So if they have any
Absolutely.
questions. Yeah.
Everybody knows how to get a hold of me.
And that would probably
All right.
Kevin Carter's in charge of that committee.
Awesome. Okay. Looking for a motion to close.
So
I motion we close.
Second.
Roll call vote. Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Commissioner Bradley,
Yes.
Commissioner Church,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Commissioner McClendon,
Yes.
Chairman Mobley,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Rogers.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good
Hasta
week.
la vista.
Thank